father isn't who I thought he was. My 38 male father, 58 male, turns out to be a piece of work. After my mother died at age 40 from a heart attack, he bragged to me about his infidelitous conquests. He used to beat my mother ruthlessly, who paid in kind to her kids. Both my parents were uneducated drug addicts. Anyway, we relocated from Las Vegas, Nevada to a small town in southwest Georgia whilst I was still in high school. This was under the guise that we needed to get my mother away from the easy access of methamphetamine, which apparently had already made a significant negative impact on my mother's health. I would later, recently, learn that my father was actually a coke mule for a Mexican gang and that one day his gang mate had his head blown off right in front of him by a rival gang as a message to him and his coke-dealing gang compadres. Fearing for his well-being, he asked for leave of the gang, and was told to leave Las Vegas, this being the actual impetus for our family's move. As a child, me and two of my younger siblings were molested by a family friend. This man and his brother were known pedophiles and friends of my father's. This man in particular had a history of molesting my youngest aunt, father's sister, when she was very young. My father knowingly placed his children in harm's way and harm happened. Fast forward to present times. My sister passed almost 2 years ago from an automobile accident that, fortunately, she was the sole person involved in. The thought is she had a heart attack, or some such, and drove off the road. She was in her mid-30s and left a young boy and husband behind. Last night, my youngest sister, 4 of us in total, me, deceased sister's brother, baby sister, in this order, confided in me that my deceased sister told her that my father raped her repeatedly as a child and would often invite his friends in on the action. I confirmed this allegation with my deceased sister's widow. I don't know how to process this. I don't feel as though I can ever talk to my father again. A shame because we were good friends and shared many common interests, and you know, he's my father. About 10 years ago, he betrothed and wed a nice southern belle. He has destroyed any semblance of what that woman was. Little by little, he has whittled her down. Before my father, she was one to rarely miss a church service, kept her language clean, vices to herself, never known to partake in tobacco, alcohol, or illicit drugs, and retired as a well-respected teacher in a small town in northern Alabama. This context is relevant because this same woman's worldview has skewed since marrying my father. He used to hide smoking cigarettes from her as she'd threatened to leave him for smoking. He now openly smokes marijuana and has convinced her to partake on occasion. He has resumed drinking. His sailor's tongue has spread to hers. Also, his legacy of infidelity lives on. Many of these negative qualities of my father's current and past behavior are quite new to me, with the revelation of his sexual abuse to my sister as a child being brand new. I don't think I can talk to him anymore. I don't want him around my wife or my 3 young children. It honestly feels like I'm grieving the death of my father. I'm seeking counseling tomorrow. I'm sorry for the rambling and lack of cohesion, fluency, or concision, but it feels so cathartic to get this off of my chest.